Hello viewers, Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel Learning English with Hamid. Dear viewers, we have been talking about qualities or habits of successful language learners. For example, we said that successful language learners do something daily. I talked about that point in part 1. If you haven't watched that video, watch it. I'm sure you'll learn a lot. So continuing with the same topic, today we do part 2. And today we look at 5 more qualities or 5 more habits that good language learners have which make them successful. So let's start. We said that successful language, some learners learn fast and some learners don't. So what is the reason? So yes, the reason is not talent. The reason is not geography. It's not skin color, or it's not the school they went to or the school they go to. The reason is habits. So successful language learners have certain habits which make them successful. So what are those habits? Let's look at some more habits. So the first habit is successful language learner is self-motivated. A successful language learner is self-motivated. What does that mean? Well, it means that a successful language learner or a good language learner doesn't wait to be told, does not wait for anyone to be told what to do. So it's like, for example, a successful or self-motivated learner will start reading him or herself, will do something on daily basis himself or herself. So they don't wait for anybody to be told what to do. So that's because they're self-motivated. And what is the importance of self-motivation? Well, we know that language learning is a lengthy, a long and challenging process. And that self-motivation keeps those learners going. They remain committed and they make every effort to achieve their language goals. So this self-motivation is like fuel. It's like the fuel in a car. So this fuel keeps the language learning car or the language learning vehicle forward. They continue their journey and they achieve proficiency one day. And what else do motivated learners do? Well, they take responsibility for their language learning, and as I said earlier, they do something on daily basis themselves. Moving on. Yes, and if they are, if successful language learners are self-motivated, and that self-motivation keeps or makes their language learning more enjoyable and more rewarding. And if ever they're demotivated, so what they do, or if ever you are demotivated, so what you can do is think of the advantages learning English will bring you. And we know English is an international language. It opens doors for us in every field, and if we gain mastery, if we master this language, we know it can be a game changer for us. So if we are ever demotivated, we can think of the advantages this mastery of English will bring us. Moving on, second quality or second habit that successful language learners they're not afraid of making mistakes. Yes, they know that making mistakes is a healthy part of a language learning process, and they see them as opportunities to learn English from their mistakes. Yeah, so it doesn't mean we should just I'm not encouraging mistakes, but I'm saying that we cannot be proficient on day one. We will make mistakes. We all make mistakes, and we learn from those mistakes. We should learn from those mistakes. So successful language learners are not afraid of mistakes. If you are afraid of mistakes, so it's like, for example, you want to learn swimming and you're afraid of drowning. So will you learn swimming? Of course, no. When we learn swimming or when we learn driving, so in the case of swimming, yes, a bit of problem in water, and in the case of driving, a few accidents, hopefully minor accidents. So there will be accidents, there will be hopefully minor accidents when you learn driving, same as the case with language learning. If you learn a language, so there will be some mistakes. So see these mistakes as learning opportunities and don't be afraid of them. And this is what successful language learners do. Moving on, A successful language learner is humble. Yeah, humble means not proud. So a successful language learner knows that learning a language is a hard process, a challenging process, and it challenges us. And our ego takes a knock, maybe. And when we make mistakes, we look stupid. So no problem. This is how it is. We learn like this. There is no other way. So you may be, I'm sure most of you are not full-time English language learners. You have your own fields, maybe computer, maybe business, maybe some other field. But when we learn, and you must be excellent at your field. But maybe when you learn English, you make mistakes and you look stupid. And it's fine. This is how it is. So, because there is no other way. So what we should do, we should approach this situation with humility. Second language learners, successful language learners are humble. They know that this is how it is. And they should continue their effort and work towards fluency. Moving on, the fourth habit that successful or good language learners have is they do a variety of things. They don't just do what they like. So it's not that they just keep on watching movies. So what they do, for example, they learn through a variety of ways. They experiment with new learning techniques. So instead of just watching movies, maybe they watch TED Talks, maybe they listen to podcasts, maybe they read a grammar book, maybe they do some vocabulary-based exercises, and they speak, they dare to speak in front of their friends, even if it's not fun, even if it embarrasses them sometimes. But they experiment with all kinds of learning methods. And the fifth and the last point is successful language learners never stop learning. You know, learning never stops. We learn from cradle to the grave, as they say. It's not just I finished this grammar book and learning is over. I have passed my exam and learning is over. I've completed my course. I have received my certificate and that's it. So it's not like that. A successful language learner keeps on learning all his or her life, and that makes all the difference. So that's it. Five habits that successful language learners have. Let's recap them. So the first one is a successful language learner is self-motivated. Second is successful language learners are not afraid of making mistakes. A successful language learner is humble. Successful language learners do a variety of things, and a successful language learner never stops learning. You are a good learner and you will be successful. Keep on learning, keep on watching my videos, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and come back for more lessons. See you.